Saturday afternoon. A nice, hot, humid 91 degrees Fahrenheit in the reap. I'm just standing here at this intersection. It's close by the apartment. Second of all, I wanted to go inside this store. They sell clothes, shoes, purses, backpacks, hats. It's called the Brand Store. It's actually the name. Their brand name is Brand, and they are pretty prominent here in Siem Reap. They have locations all over the town, so I figured I'd take this time and make a video while I'm waiting. Here's some of the improvements that they have. I don't recall if I ever showed you all these nice new sidewalks they put in pretty recently, right before my New Year actually, which was in April. They expanded them, as you can tell. They're pretty wide. They used to be pretty narrow. On the other side, my side of the river, over that way, they fixed the sidewalks and some holes and cracks, gave it a new makeover, but they didn't make it wider. That's okay, it still looks nice. But people like to jog here in the evening, or just walk around. They go from one side of the bridge, they go over, walk all the way around to the other bridge, come back like a little track. People like to jog and walk, and or just sit on a bench and enjoy the evening once the sun goes down. So it was hard to walk on the sidewalks when they were so narrow, filled with cracks and holes, and all those people out and about running and everything else. So they fixed them. Looks pretty good. I'm about to start phase one of my new project. I'm going to be making another YouTube channel, but it's not going to take the place of this one. I'm doing this one specifically for my students, and it will be public, so anybody that wants to watch, of course. When you're teaching English, part of the process is coming up with ways to get them to remember the words once they leave the classroom. I like to start each class with a brief rundown of the vocabulary from the last class. Whoa. And a lot of times people don't remember the words or how to say the phrases because they forget. And of course the reason is, even if, especially the weekend people, they're only with me for an hour and a half on Saturday and Sundays. And in between, of course, is a whole week. They got work, they got their lives, they got other things to do. So I wanted to make a channel that will cover the lessons we'll be going over during the week, but it will be made beforehand, before the actual classes, and then I will upload it as we go over that lesson. And the reason for that is sometimes classes get sidetracked. They start asking questions, and we start getting into territories that I had not planned in my lesson plan for that particular day. And so this way I can have the lesson planned as it was meant to be, the things I want to talk about, and have them learn. And that way, when they leave the class, of course, they can go and watch those videos anytime they want. So the next week or the next day, they can be prepared, because they can go home and study those words over and over, and they can study those phrases and sentences anytime they want. Go home?
Yeah.
Totia?
Yeah.
So this takes a lot more planning than just making a normal educational YouTube video, because I have specific parameters in mind. I can't just say, okay, this lesson is going to be about verbs, this lesson is going to be about past simple. I have to be sure that the lessons I'm putting up are the lessons they are going to get in class so they can get the most out of it. So coming up with those lesson ideas, and a lot of my in-class things have to do with them, the students, getting all the talking time and communicating. So for the video lesson plans, I'm just going to cover all the basics they need to know, and all the phrases, words, or grammar points that we are learning, and it'll just be a shortened version of an actual class, if that makes sense. But it does have to be coordinated, because this is going to require me to make more than one, because I have different levels of students and we study different things. So yeah, it's going to take some time and coordination, but I'm getting my channel set up right now, and I'm going to try it out here within another week or two, hopefully within a week, so that we'll see how it goes. And of course I will make tweaks and progress as I go along. But yeah, I think this will really be valuable for the students. Yeah, like I said, it will take some time, but luckily, until I go back to my school, I have time. So that'll give me something to do. I am also going to be starting a third YouTube channel. Yes. This one's going to be, I'm not going to give you details yet, but this is going to be a little bit down the line once I get the second one running the way I want, and I have a schedule for when I upload and what I upload. And once that's done, they're going to be working on a third one. This is unrelated to the first two. It will have nothing to do with Cambodia or teaching or English or anything like that. But when that's ready, of course, I will let you know. And it might not be everybody's thing, so there's no obligation or no worries if, when I tell you what my idea is, that you're like, nope, not interested, don't want to subscribe. As long as you stay here, I'm happy. But I will let you know what it is, where it is, and what it's about in a while. Yeah? She's telling me her daughter in the afternoon is going to learn English. 5 o'clock. Oh. No? No 5 o'clock? อ๋อ มาพายบรัม Ooh, steep drop off here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I understood that last part. And we'll figure out the rest later. But yeah, I'll let you guys know about that third channel when I go to get it done. And She wants her daughter to have a certain amount of English while she's here. And I say that she wants her daughter to learn English because her daughter doesn't really seem too interested in wanting to learn English. But you know, teenagers never want to do what your parents want you to do.
How much? $60. Yeah. Chocolate, how much? $1.5. $50.
Okay, I don't know, she said something about shirt and pants. It's up to me to decipher that later. Anyway, we decided to take the scenic route back home. Because it feels nice over here with the breeze. And all these trees giving it some nice shade. Yeah, again, I want to say something just because I did get a question in Messenger about it, that you do not need a job here before you get an apartment. Somebody wanted to know if that was the case. They're coming here in August and want to enjoy like a month before they go looking for work. And the answer is no, you do not need a job or a credit check or anything like that. You find an apartment you like, don't just take the first one, look around, get the best deal. But once you find one you really like, it's a good price. Give them the first month's rent and a deposit. They'll probably have you sign a lease, but that's it. And of course you need your passport so they can log you as staying there should Johnny Law ever want to find you. This was the grand opening. The lights are really bright. I've seen these light up at night for this new place. Wow. Huh. It's called the Mansion for obvious reasons. They also have a bar. Not sure if it's just a restaurant or a hotel and restaurant, but the building had been under construction for some time and it was nice to finally see it done and occupants moved in. Looks like a higher end kind of place. I like it though. Alright, talk to you guys later. Alright, and in contrast, as I was saying, to the heat and humidity of the day, we are now out Saturday night, and it's absolutely beautiful. There's a nice strong wind, not too strong to be considered stormy, but it's creating a very, very nice breeze. Feels really, really good. Hello. And we're just gonna head up here and gonna get a few beers. My weekend students have to prepare for something at their work on Monday, so they have to go back to Phnom Penh tonight. So they're not going to be here for classes tomorrow. Therefore, I don't have to get up and do anything. So I figured I would just drink some beer and work on my other things that I will let you know about soon enough. But yeah, good places I need to end the video. It's really nice. I said this before. I love the area I live in Siem Reap. This little street here has, you know, they got bars, restaurants, little mom and pop stores set up over there. You don't have to worry if you need to ride anywhere. There's a vast array of tuk-tuks and pass apps that would be more than happy to take you. Plus, we always use I think I mentioned this before, when we get the big, huge jugs of water for drinking, we always, even though it's not that far of a walk, those jugs do get pretty heavy. My buddy Mark, who lives a couple doors down, he always he puts them in a backpack he has. He goes and grabs one. It fits inside his backpack and he carries it home, which is far better than trying to carry it in your arms or on your shoulder. Because even that short distance, having to go up the stairs, it can be I'm usually really tired by the time I get back. So we just hire some random person on a motorcycle. They're always hanging around, and for like 1,000 real, which is 25 cents, he'll put it on the front of his bike with him. He'll hang on to it, drive it down the little way, take it all the way upstairs, and drop it off at the door. So that's a pretty good deal. So yeah, I like this little street. It's got a homey vibe to it, and like I said, it's a good assortment of local and foreigners. So if you want to hang out with expats and other foreigners, travelers, you can do that. But there's also plenty of opportunity just to mix in with the locals, hang out at some local places that foreigners don't go to often. So yeah, it's all available here. All right, I'm going to end this one here, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.